Hi there, John Hecht here with Quest. I thought I would wanted to talk to you just a little bit about some of the situations that are going on the west side of the Rocky Mountains with water and water shortages this year. I know that we're all having to deal with weather in our own form and fashion, but the situation in the West is really very serious this year. This is a picture of some of the fields on a farm in the Cortez, Colorado area. This particular farm has about 7,000 to 8,000 acres of irrigation that they farm with, and their water allocation is normally about 27,000 acre feet of water. This water comes from McPhee Reservoir. There's 80,000 acres of irrigation in this irrigation district. It's the Montezuma Valley Irrigation District. And these folks in this farm this year are getting less than 10% of their allocated water, which makes for some very, very hard decisions. This farm typically has about 3,500 acres of alfalfa that they grow, dairy hay. And you'll see this is a picture of one of the hay fields here. This particular field was only going to get watered through the first cutting, and that's it. We have no more water. So that field, that's it. As I mentioned before, their water comes down a canal. The snow melt, because of low snowfall, the snow melt goes into McPhee Reservoir, then that water is allocated to the different farms, comes down through canals. This is a canal coming onto that farm. So we were able to put about 9 inches on this first cutting of alfalfa, and it will receive no more water after that. Some of the hay fields did not receive any water this year. We just didn't have the opportunity to do that. This is a picture of one of the hay fields that just got no water this year, and it's probably going to die. Once we start getting more water allocation back, we will have to go in, reseed these fields, reestablish the hay. We have enough water this year that we're going to try to water 500 acres of corn for the milling operation that they have on the farm. Typically, we'll grow 1,000 to 1,500 acres of corn. So we're really cut back on the amount of corn that we're going to be able to grow. Now, since the water comes down a canal, we can allocate how much water each field gets. So we take what water we have, we're going to concentrate it on the fields that can produce well and give those fields the amount of water that they're going to need. As I said, the hay, we watered through the first cutting. Some fields got no water like this, they're going to die. The fields that did get a first cutting off of will probably die also. Another problem that we have because of the low water situation is weeds. These fallow fields, we have weeds coming up, Russian thistle probably being the main weed. And once that weed comes up and hardens off, we do not have the ability to control that chemically. It's just very hard to kill. So we're going to have to try to keep the weeds under control mechanically, which makes for some very hard issues. So again, you've got a almost 8,000 acre farm that's basically producing 500 acres of corn this year. So anyway, I just thought I would pass that along. I thought it would be worth sharing because the situations are serious, and it's going to be hard to come back after something